Hey guys, Youngblood with you, and we knew that we were going to be getting a concept sale starting tomorrow, and we just got our first look at what that chip is actually going to be, and that's the Origin 100 line. Now, we got a little sneak peek, now we actually get to see the ship, and it's a really good looking ship. It's a single-seater, it's going to bring quantum ability, it gives you one fold-out bed, it's basically got all the basics, because what this is supposed to be is really a starter ship option, basically a nicer version of like the Aurora or the Mustang. Now, how this is going to end up comparing both in functionality and cost, we'll have to see, and as always, when we get the official sale tomorrow, we will get a lot more information that I can actually discuss, and we'll break down in a lot more detail for you guys. So with that in mind, let's talk about it a little bit. There's three different variants that are going to be coming out. The first one is the 100i, which is just kind of your base model that's a little bit more focused on exploration. It has an external ability to carry 2 SCU cargo, which is actually something that all three of the variants share. In addition to some exploration options, which I think is probably going to be focused on things like scanners and sensors and things, but again, we don't know. It's supposed to basically come with regular weapons and be the entry level to this ship. There's also a combat version sharing the same naming nomenclature that we've seen before, being the 125A. Now that's going to be coming with military equipment and 2 missile launchers as well, which is also still going to give you the ability to carry 2 SCU internally. And then finally we get what I believe was said to be the 175C, which is the cargo version of this ship. You still get the 2 SCU of cargo inside the ship, but you also get the ability to carry a store-all box on the outside, basically giving you the ability to carry a total of 6 SCU. Now, as far as pricing for all of these is concerned, we don't know. But what I think we can say is that if we're talking starter ships, you're probably talking in that $60 to $70 range for the cheapest version of this ship, just based on the fact that this is a luxury quote-unquote model as compared to like an Aurora or a Mustang. So maybe we end up seeing the cheapest one be closer to 50, but I'm banking on it being a little bit higher, and then I'll just be a little bit disappointed if it, or be a little bit excited if it's cheaper. So if we follow the same themes that we've seen before, we could see two different things. You know, they say the 100i is the base model, so that may be the cheapest one. However, if you follow kind of like the Andromeda or the Constellation line, the Taurus being the cargo version is actually the cheapest. So maybe we see the 175 being cheaper than the 100, but the one thing I think we all know is that the 125 is going to be the most expensive of all of these. So just prepare yourselves for that if you're looking for a combat version of this ship. Overall, the design is really cool looking, actually. You know, it's kind of designed to look luxurious, but maybe not to the extent of others in the Origin line, both interior and exterior. It kind of has combinations of like the 600 nose area, also shares some design themes with the 300 series, and then some little aspects like the wings, for example, of the M50, and the ship really comes out looking like a combination of the three in a really neat way. I'm not sure why this ship has a spoiler. Yes, I know these things fly in atmosphere, but spoilers generally are there to help prevent lift, and if you're trying to fly, lift isn't a bad thing, so I don't really understand why there's a spoiler other than just design. And then on the interior, it actually looks relatively open. You know, you almost look at what the 300 series is today, and you get that little like tunnel that you have to take to get into the cockpit. It's not like that. It looks a lot more kind of open and almost I don't want to say cavernous because it's not a big ship, but you know, there's not any real cramped corners or anything like that. One additional interesting note is that it has a refinery in there called the Adaptive Intake Refinery, which is really designed to allow for improved fuel scooping over ships that don't have this technology on board, which means that you're able to collect fuel more efficiently, and you also have options to be able to take in more different types of chemicals to turn into fuel, basically giving this ship much longer range than a ship that doesn't have this, which is a really exciting option for those people that want to start out as explorers in the beginning. Now, how does this compare to something like the 315? We don't know. Also, keep in mind the 300 series badly needs an update, so a lot of people are probably going to look at this ship and be like, damn, what are they going to do with the 300 series? And that's a good question. So, like I said, we're going to get a lot more information on this tomorrow. I'll make sure I get a Should You Buy video up as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you guys have questions on this, let me know. Stay tuned for a lot more coming soon, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Take care.